Hi, I'm Vivi Kalista Putri Alia. I'm going to presenting grammatical morphemes, which it is one of included in the two areas of grammar. So what is grammatical morphemes? Grammatical morphemes is how L2 learners acquire the grammatical inflections and function words of English grouped together as grammatical morphemes. The psychologist Roger Brown had observed that young English children acquiring their first language typically leaves this out of the sentences. A 2-year-old is more likely to say "Mommy, go shop" than "Mommy is going to the shop." He established that children start introducing these forms into their speech in a particular sequence over time. Heidi Dulay and Marina Bird adapted this methodology to SLA research by scoring the proportion of particular grammatical morphemes missing from Spanish-speaking children. These are Dulay and Bird difficulty order for English grammatical morphemes. It shows there are 7 grammatical morphemes, which are the most used grammatical morpheme was the article. There are the or a. For the example, a cake. The second one was the present continuous ending with ing. For the example, cooking. Then in order came the plural ending with s. For the example, cakes. The regular past inflections ending with ed. For the example, cooked. And the irregular past tense, ate, which it is verb to from eat. The least used items were the possessives ending with s. For the example, John's cake. And the third person singular ending with s of the verb. For the example, cooks the cake. This order of difficulty seems to correspond with how the grammar develops chronologically. As learners progress, the sentence gets fleshed out with more inflections and grammatical words. It means that it gains grammatical structure. The conclusion is that the acquisition of these elements occurs in definite stages, even if the details vary from one piece of research to another. To generalize from this, grammatical elements of a second language are learned in similar order, varying only slightly according to their first language or the teaching method they have encountered. This particular point was confirmed time and again in different areas of SLA research. As other chapters, second language acquisition occurs in stages that are common to many, if not most, learners, whether sounds, grammatical structures, or other areas of language. SLA research more or less take it for granted that L2 acquisition takes part in a sequence of stages. Okay. Interesting, as stages of acquisition, maybe they don't say why things happen in a particular order, that they're looking for an explanation. One possibility put forward was that it is the natural order. The processibility model proposed by Manfred Pieneman, however, bases the sequence of development upon the learner's increasing mental capacity to process a new language. It claims that learner stages reflect how their memory expands in a second language over time, namely sequences of second language acquisition. These are some of the sequences of acquisition of grammar that have been claimed for second language acquisition. Here is the explanation of each stage shows the learner's increasing capacity to process crucial elements of the sentence. The first stage is using single content words, At the outset, their small memory capacity means that auto learners are only able to process one word at a time. So they produce utterances consisting of individual content words into husband, fly, plane, and Thursday. And the next stage is adding function words. As their capacity increases slightly, the learners can start to put function words into the sentence. Into husband, fly to Paris on Thursday. And the next stage is making phrases. Given more capacity, the learners can now assemble these words into phrases. Into my husband will go to Paris on Thursday. And the next stage is making sentences. With still more capacity available, the learners can assemble the different parts into a sentence. Into my husband will fly to Paris on Thursday. This is the point at which they have command of the main structure and word order of the simple sentence. And the last stage is adding subordinate clauses. Finally, the learner gains enough capacity to be able to insert subordinate clauses within the sentence. Into my husband will fly to Paris on Thursday if the airport is open. Thank you.